It is that time of the week. We're joined once again. 94 West is in the building. How we feeling today?
Hey man, I'm feeling lovely, man. It's another day in paradise. How you doing, Brody?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So we're going through every single division this week. We're focusing on the AFC East and the NFC East. Let's start in the AFC. So the Patriots have basically been clumped into this group of teams where it's like, all right, we saw you one year. Can you put together another one? So it's the Patriots, it's the Jaguars. Some people tell you it's the Broncos. Like these teams where they had a really good year last year. Obviously, Patriots got all the way to the Super Bowl. Can you repeat that again? Your thoughts on, is New England have a chance? Maybe not reach the Super Bowl, but is this still like, can they have another successful season back to back?
Oh, definitely. I definitely think so, man. And because New England, they've been winning for so long, man, they know what it takes to get to that level consistently, man. So it's all about just, getting the players and having the players execute. Now, with them getting AJ Brown, whew, man, listen, that's a nice addition, man. Some could argue that he's better than Stephon Diggs. And then also you couple that with the fact that their defense isn't that bad. You know what I mean? All they got to do is relatively just, maintain like a top 15 defense and they're in there. So I think, so long as they can continue to improve from what they built on last season, you know, there's no reason why, New England shouldn't have a winning record and also take their division.
So in their division, it's clearly one other team that's going to be challenging for because the Jets suck and the Dolphins are pretty much they're clearing the books. They cut Tyreek Hill, they traded Jalen Waddle. Like they're doing what you got to do, which is like, look, man, we're going to reset the roster. They got a huge Tua's dead cap hit this year is like $80 million. It's crazy.
Something sick.
Yeah. Josh Allen and the Bills. So listen, so Josh, like we know Josh is a great player. Josh is weirdly reported on sometimes where like they'll tell you like his interceptions are good things, and people tell you like, man, I've never seen someone play the game like quarterback better than him, and I'm like, I saw him have 4 turnovers in a playoff game. Josh is great,
Yeah, I
but
mean,
we're doing a little, we're doing
come
a lot
on.
here. What does Josh Allen need to do this year to prove to get back to the point of like this is his division and don't let the Patriots take it 2 years in a row, and are the Bills this year good enough to finally make that Super Bowl run that you feel like he's going to make at some point in his career? Because he's a great player. Like no one disputes like Josh isn't great.
Um, we'll see, man. Like, of course, they're no slouch of a team. They also have a good argument for as to why they can also take their division. It really depends on what the new head court or the head coach can implement with this team, man. Like I said, they already got a good foundation. Is now can he improve upon that? If he can, I think Buffalo is another team where if they have a top 15 defense that gets them in the door. So I do think, they'll have a winning record. I do think, it's a possibility that they can also take their division as well. And to get the haters off his back, man, he's going to have to be like either Super Bowl or one game outside of it. Can he do it? We'll see this year, man. Again, I think their success is going to be dependent upon how their defense plays.
No, that's absolutely valid. That's valid. And because again, I think Joe Brady is going to be fine. He's been the offensive coordinator there for a couple years, so him and Josh already have some chemistry and connection there. You're not creating a whole new system. Like you've been there, you've been part of
Exactly,
the
exactly.
process. I am curious how their defense looks. Like Sean McDermott clearly had his issues, and again, there's more pressure on you as a head coach when you have one of these guys a quarterback. Like if you're not winning with Josh Allen, like the Bills aren't getting rid of Josh Allen, and so it's like, all right, well
Right.
we got to get rid of you. But I'm curious how this defense is going to be post Sean McDermott, who proved like he had a top 10 defense every year but one. He was the head coach. So
Know what I'm saying? If they build upon that, then man, listen, the sky is the limit with them.
no, 1,000%. So again, we're not talking Dolphins or Jets. They both can be bad. There's not a whole lot of interesting things there. Going over to the NFC East. So Philly is interesting because if you told me Philadelphia won 13 games in the one seed, I could believe you. Like, they still have a bunch of high-end talent. That defense, Quinyon Mitchell, Jalen Carter, Zach Bond. The offensive line's still going to be really good. Yes, they traded away A.J. Brown, but they still have Devontae Smith. Like, this is a
Right.
really talented team. And so I'm like, told me 13 wins, and they were the one seed. I'd be like, all right, makes sense. I also think that because of the volatility and the way Jalen Hurts has played the last season and a half and their head coach, who I just don't trust, if you told me they were 3-6 and everybody was fired, I am also like, yeah, I could see it come. Like, they could be the one seed or it could go to hell just like that. What should the expectation be for Philadelphia this year? They're still only 2 years removed from winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I gotta preface this, man. I hate the Eagles with every moral fiber being of who I am. I hate that team. Much success or dissuccess to them, lose always. But no, real talk though, man. I do believe that the Eagles will win their division. Yes, they are without AJ Brown, but I think that because they have their system in place and it's been running for so long, it's really at a point where, okay, we can just, kind of plug and play. They just need to get a receiver that, if he's even half as good as him, they're going to be rocking and rolling. Also their defense, it's pretty good, man. And I'm of one to believe that defense will win you championships. So as long as the Eagles take care of things on the defensive side of the ball and the offense, they're going to come with the tush push, man. I do believe the
That's
Eagles will win their division. I hate them, but I think the Eagles can get pretty deep within the playoffs this year.
no, the talent, like Howie Roseman is a GM, like with the rosters he's put together, going on 5-6 years now. Like he's got an argument. He's the best GM in the sport. Like the talent for Philadelphia is always going to be there. Another team who I'm a Cowboy hater. I just generically you either love the Cowboys or hate the Cowboys. I'm on the hate the Cowboys side. Just and not even really that deep. Like I just don't like them. Now I do think you got to give credit where credit is due. Everybody killed Jerry Jones when he traded Micah Parsons at the beginning, like right before the season started last year. He was like, "Oh, we're gonna sign Micah," and then like a week before the season started, he's like, "Actually, I'm not signing Micah." Traded him to Green Bay. To their credit, though, I like their last two drafts. They got the pieces they got back for in the Micah Parsons trade. Like, they got George Pickens. They got CeeDee Lamb. You could argue it's them or Cincinnati as far as the best 1-2 receiver combo in the league. I like Dallas this year. Like, again, I don't like the Cowboys fundamentally, but Dak, CeeDee, George Pickens, Javonte Williams, a good offensive line.
Man,
That's potential for a top 5 offense. And this
man,
defense, I'll let you go to second, but to be fair to them, this was the 32nd ranked defense last year. Obviously terrible. Dead last. But their offense was great last year. And if their offense is great again, and I like the Caleb Downs, they traded for Quinton Williams, like if they just get to like middle of the pack, this is a playoff team.
bump the conversation breaks, gang. We listen, and I say this, man. We do this every year with the Cowboys, man. These guys so much as get a third string cornerback, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, the Cowboys got all the pieces this year. They're going to do it this year. Holy smokes, watch out for them. We do this every year for 10 years, man. Run the tapes, please. Man, I will
That's
believe it when I see it. You're not winning nothing with your defense being last in the league, buddy. I don't care what your offense is doing.
it's
You're not going nowhere. Park it, man. You lucky if you even the third best team in your own division. What are we talking about, man? Yeah, they got all these offensive weapons. Cool, fine, dandy. Yeah, it ain't really amounted to nothing. Well,
it's
Cowboys, man, it's hype, man. You gotta put it on the table, man. You got to go out on the field and go prove it. Until then, as of right now, currently, Cowboys could be third in their division. Mm-mm. It
so
ain't gonna cut, man.
I I feel you on the what do you call it? They have to prove it. That's 100%. I put them when I did my tier list a week ago for my power rankings. I had them at like the top of good. And my opinion was here again. I think the offense is going to be good regardless. As long as there's no major injuries, obviously, like that's going to be a top 5 offense. They're going to be the quickest team, though, either to me to move up or move down. And that is based on, again, your defense doesn't need to be great. But if your defense is just good, it's average, like it's we've seen 15 to 17, like in that
But
space
Justin,
in
that's
the
the
league.
thing. They got it, Justin. They got to get there first. That's the
No,
thing. They got to
they
get there
absolutely do.
first. They ain't proved
That
nothing yet, man. Again, we do this every year with the Cowboys. They make a few pieces here, a couple trades here, and everybody's ready to crown them. And it never amounts to anything, man. I'm just
I
saying, listen, they look cool, man. I get it. They got a couple new pieces, man. But no, if, on paper, look at them right now and what they have been doing. They ain't went nowhere, man. I'm sorry, man. They got to prove it on the field, G.
that's what I said. That's why I put them in just like there was a couple teams where I was like, unless you are potentially the very best in the league, like I did this with Houston, where I'm like, I know Houston's defense is going to be top 2, top 3 in the league. Like they have a chance, they might be number 1, but their offense clearly not there yet. CJ needs to bounce back, and so the Cowboys to me were a lesser version of that. Where like I don't think their offense is as dominant as Houston's defense is, but it's clearly a one-sided team until proven otherwise. But Houston also feels probably like, hey, if CJ just goes back to being remotely how he was as a rookie, they feel like they're a Super Bowl team because that
Listen, the
defense
Texas
is that
got
good.
a way. Texas got a higher upside than Dallas as of right now. So like you said, yo,
I
they don't
agree.
need
I agree.
CJ to play lights out. He just like, yo, listen, just get us a first 10 yards here and there, baby, and we can carry the rest.
No, absolutely. No, but because Houston's defense is, it might be the best one side of the ball in the NFL. Like they're that good. They are that good. Uh, the other two teams in the NFC East, they're again, I don't think they're going to be good, but they're a little more interesting. We'll start with the Giants. John Harbaugh's his first year there. I'm not a big John Harbaugh guy. I kind of think both the Harbaughs are. I get it. They're like good floor coaches. Like you just don't feel like you could be terrible if they're your coach. But the Giants got a lot of issues, man. I think there's a lot of stock right now in the Giants as like a surprise team. But I'm like, the Giants' best players, Jackson Dart is in the blue tent every other game. Cam Scatterboo runs like he's already got CTE. Andrew Thomas was a great left tackle, but he misses 6-7 games a year. Malik Neighbors, I think, is great, but he's already shown you in his first 2 years he's missed a whole bunch of games. He's coming off a big surgery. Like, I just can't get behind the Giants as far as just being competent. Like, don't even got to be a playoff team, but like, could the Giants just be
Listen,
competent this year?
I think they will, man. Listen, I know you don't like the Harbaughs, man, but let's look at their track record, man. They know how to put a team together, and they know how to, the team's going to be competitive more oftentimes than not. You got to put that into the equation because the NFL is one of those sports, for whatever said reason, man, your head coach matters a lot.
Absolutely.
Not just, disrespecting anybody else, but it just seems the NFL, it means a little bit more than most. So when you got that it added into the mix, a coach, who knows what he's doing, you just got to get him some players, who can play their game. I wouldn't sleep on the Giants. I wouldn't write them off just yet, man. I know they're not, too high of the ceiling, you know, circumstances going on with them right now, but I do believe that Harbaugh will have them running smoothly at some point, man. And it may be sooner than later. Like again, like I said, I think the Giants can be better than the Cowboys this year.
That's
I think it's gonna be
I'm
tough,
not.
man. I think so, man. I put it out there. 9 for West put it out there. I think
That's
the
no.
Giants
That's
can
fair.
get the best of the Cowboys this year, man. I will go uh Eagles, Giants, Cowboys, Commanders.
Nah, that's fair. The Commanders, I don't have a ton on the Commanders. It's a fall from grace. It was you in the NFC Championship game 2 years ago. Your defense is old as hell. You knew it was old as hell. They started falling apart. I do think Jaden
Yeah.
Daniels is really good, but he's coming off a major injury. Like, I just out of that entire class, like the 2024 class, who I like all of them. I like Caleb, obviously, I like Bo. I like Drake May. I like Jaden Daniels, but Jaden by far
Mm.
has the worst situation currently. Um, Again, we're on a little bit of a timer today. We got 15 seconds. Anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
Nah, man, just make sure y'all people stay in tune with my guy Hardfoul Network in the building, man, giving you guys the latest and greatest on the sports take without all that fluff piece. You know what I mean? And,
Appreciate it.
also looking for some chill music you can bump late at night, man. Come mess with your boy Seconds Before Sunset. It's out right now. If you come to the website, 30% off.
Amen. Hey, appreciate you as always, and we'll catch you next week, bro.
Already, bro. Peace.
Peace.